Hi, welcome everyone. So let's start with what is market SOC. As you're all aware, the CSCRF guidelines released by SEBI require all exchanges, say BSE and NSE, to start a market SOC because compliance with the cybersecurity guidelines laid down in the CSCRF may be onerous for small and self-certified REs and medium REs. With that in mind, SEBI has mandated NSE and BSE to set up market SOC to provide security solutions to these categories of REs. Now, who is defined as an RE? The term RE, or a regulated entity, refers to stockbrokers, mutual funds, AIMs, KYC, registration agencies, QRTAs, MIIs, exchanges, depositories, all regulated by SEBI. A further detail is actually provided in the CSCRF guideline. Feel free to review that. What is part of M-SOC that SEBI has mandated exchanges provide? As part of M-SOC, SEBI has mandated that we should provide 24/7 log monitoring, incident management, native case management, centralized dashboarding, log retention as per CSCRF guidelines, and threat intelligence that includes certain NCIPC and various other commercial threat intelligence sources. Why use BSE M-SOC? Because it's lightning fast onboarding. You can get started in minutes. Deployment is very fast, fully operational in usually 2 to 3 days, dedicated support, and a single point of contact from M-SOC to the RE. There are no delays, no complexities, completely self-serviceable, and supported 24/7. Who may use the BSE M-SOC? All registered entities with BSE can use BSE M-SOC. They can be self-certified, small size, medium size, or qualified REs. Though M-SOC was created to support the self-certified small and medium REs, qualified REs may also use M-SOC. What is included in the BSE M-SOC is entire log management, including collection, forwarding, baselining, search, and all kinds of logs can be collected from multiple various protocols. Next-gen SIM license is also included. User entity behavior analytics is also included. Threat intelligence, dashboarding, and reporting are all included, along with complete case and ticket management system. Even those licenses are included. Log retention, as per the regulatory framework required by SEBI, is 6 months online and 18 months offline. So in all, 24 months is also provided and included within the base price. Pre-built SOPs and process documents required for compliance are also provided. And SEBI-approved pre-configured incident management workflows are also provided. We also provide self-managed escalation matrix, user and role provisioning, dedicated RE portal with customer billing, asset management, document signatures, compliance reports, everything that an RE needs in one place. The onboarding is self-serviceable and is digital, so there is no messy paperwork or anything. Multi-factor authentication, again, is provided by default and is mandatory and is very user-friendly. You never have to remember any passwords. You have 24/7 complete access to your logs. So whatever the M-SOC sees, the RE can also see the same thing. So there is no distinction between capabilities of what an M-SOC is doing versus what an RE can do by themselves if they want to. Special auditor access in case of audits and audit provisioning in case of audits, and providing reports to the for SEBI compliance is also covered, along with 24/7 custom support. There are a couple of technologies that are offered as optional, and that is an EDR agent. Now, typically, most systems have an antivirus. EDR agents provide additional capabilities by looking at in-memory behavioral detection models. Rather than trying to detect based on signatures, they detect based on behaviors. They actively prevent malicious attacks like ransomware, data exfiltration, and so on and so forth. They also provide capabilities to respond, like clean, quarantine, delete, or stop an attack before it actually becomes malicious. We also provide network behavior anomaly detection for medium size and above REs. if they need as an optional service. SOAR, an automated orchestration tool, is also provided on demand. VAPT and CSCRF audits may also be provided on demand. For an RE onboarding workflow, the workflow is very simple. BSE gives us a list of REs whom we do an outreach. Most of you may have received an email or a call from us. Once the RE decides to onboard, they log into an onboarding page, digitally sign all the contracts. Copies of the digitally signed contracts are provided to all parties. Then RE provides an asset list along with a single point of contact to say this is the person that M-SOC can work with directly. Once we have the asset list and single point of contact, we look for an escalation matrix. So we know if the single person of point of contact does not respond, who will actually look at the tickets and who will actually provide resolutions, and how do you escalate to multiple levels. All of this can be managed completely on the portal itself. Now, an M-SOC support person will reach out after you have onboarded and provided the asset list and completed the escalation matrix to install the log agents for forwarding logs from your environment to the M-SOC. BSE also does operational review of M-SOC and program management along with BluSapphire. So the M-SOC interfaces, which use two-factor authentication, are also being monitored 24/7 by the M-SOC monitoring team. M-SOC monitoring team looks for any alerts and provides those alerts back to the RE and manages the incident workflow as prescribed by SEBI. BSE also does the audit, and they also of the M-SOC, and they also have an M-SOC team with them. For the log collection workflow, it's a very simple onboarding process. Once you've finished onboarding, depending on whether you have just Windows and Linux infrastructure, or you have a very complex infrastructure spanning multiple geographic locations, there are two types of deployments. Both of them can be self-serviced and simple. All of the configuration required is already pre-configured. You just have to download and install. Even that, the M-SOC support team can walk you through it using a screen share. Once your logs are flowing through, then based on UEBA detection or the SIM, there are different alerts that get triggered. These alerts are triaged by M-SOC. Depending on their category, if they are critical, then an alert notification is also sent to the exchange, in this case BSE, and it is also sent to certain and NCIAPC as required by SEBI. Now, this happens only when we confirm that an incident has actually happened, not because we got a critical alert. A critical alert is triaged, and once we have a confirmation that it is an incident, only then notifications are sent. Now, we work with the RE to track the incident. RE can take actions and mitigate the incident and submit an RCA to the M-SOC on incident resolution. Once we receive the incident resolution, M-SOC validates the resolution and closes the ticket. This goes on for both critical and high. The only difference is in high, the notification only goes to the exchange and does not go to certain and NCIAPC. Medium and low alerts and incidents are only discussed with the RE. Exchange is not notified on any of them. With that, we come to the end of presentations, to the Q&A section. It's a very short presentation. I can walk you through the videos. Please comment in the chat if you need us to walk through the videos of how a sample onboarding would look like. I'm happy to guide you through that.
Yeah. So how the cost structure works for various equipments like firewall, routers, switches, servers, Linux servers?
That's a very good question. The cost structure is a per endpoint cost structure. We charge per endpoint, whether it is a desktop, server, firewall, or anything else. Everything is considered one endpoint. So there is a specific cost for each endpoint. Obviously, we can do that on a one-on-one. There's a cost per endpoint. It is not based on EPS. We do not count EPS, so you can go high, you can go low. It doesn't matter. It is per endpoint. What is considered an endpoint? We cover it extensively. Arjun, somebody please post the FAQ link in the chat for the members.
Yes, I'll share the same on the chat. Everyone can actually have a look at it.
Can we go ahead and unmute the others one by one? We have a question from Ashok Goel. Ashok, the question is, a broker doing only pro trading with algo from Colo, which category will it be? That's a question for BSE. Anybody from the BSE team online? Jitendra or Amit? You want to take this, or they can take it up with their compliance heads?
Hello, Kiran, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Please go ahead. Who has any query?
Yes, the query is a broker doing only pro trading with algo, with algorithm from Colo, which category it will be, whether self-certification or small RE.
Categorization is very explained in the guideline. Is the number of clients based on which he has to take a call whether he will onboard on M-SOC or not. So if the particular entity or RE has 100 client base, they can avail M-SOC services.
Yeah, I'll just add Kiran, Ramesh here. Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Okay. Thank you. So, Mr. Ashok, this category, that I would suggest you to refer that CSCRF original document released by SEBI, where they have defined the criteria, whom to call self-certified and whom to call small RE. So I would request you to, refer that document for better clarity for this categorization. Yeah, I think you can go for next question, Kiran.
Yep.
Somebody has.
Yeah, meanwhile, the FAQ is posted on the chat. Anyone who wants to have a look at it, please go ahead and check it out.
Sure. I think we have two Deepaks who have raised their hand.
Hello, sir.
Can you please? Yes, Deepak, we can hear
Yes,
you.
sir.
Please go ahead.
Many systems are not connected to internet. Is that possible to M-SOC implement in non-internet connected systems also?
We can have a pivot, something like a log collector that installs on your network, which is the only one that may have internet connection. It can collect those logs and send them to the through the internet. In that way, you can do it.
Pardon, sir? Is it possible to install in non-internet connected systems also, no, sir?
No. We will need at least one system that has internet access, only one system. We will use that for log collection and then send that across. Rest all the systems can be there without internet connection. That is correct.
Okay.
Okay. We have one more Deepak. We have Rishi and Rajesh.
Yeah,
can you please go ahead?
We have Rishi who is also
one by one.
posted on the chat. Rishi, you can unmute and go ahead.
Meanwhile, Kiran, I would also suggest you to the questions raised by here may be added into FAQ if they are not there.
Sure.
Like this
sure,
question,
sir.
I think it is not there in FAQ. If not there, please include it so that maybe other people who have got similar query or question may get clarified with this answer.
Sure. We will add all the questions that we get here into the FAQ. So that will benefit everyone. Arjun, we have Rajesh.
Yeah, we had Rishi, but I think Rishi we've lost. So in the meantime, Rajesh, you can unmute and ask your question.
Ask the question. So what SIM solution and EDR solution we are using in M-SOC? And it is managed by only by M-SOC people, or we can also manage?
The tool itself is managed by M-SOC, but RE can also manage it.
And what SIM solution we are using, sir?
So the SIM solution name is BluSapphire.
Okay, and EDR?
EDR is also from BluSapphire.
Okay. Thanks. So it be 24/7?
The support will be 24/7. Availability, whatever our SOC is seeing, RE can also see the same thing.
Okay.
So you can
people
manage,
also
you
share
can
the
create
knowledge
your
of
own. I'm sorry, please go ahead.
right? Yeah. You people also share the knowledge of your M-SOC?
You may want to expand on what knowledge means.
Like how to use, how to monitor?
Yes, yes. We have a complete training manual on that. We have a complete training videos also for each component of it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
We had one more Deepak who I think did not get a chance to ask their question. Can you please enable them?
Yes, I have enabled it. So Deepak, if you can unmute and ask your question.
While Deepak is working on it, we have one more question in the Q&A section.
Yes.
By Akash. Are logs stored on-site or with you? Logs are stored in Mumbai data center, and you will also have access to them. REs also have access to the logs along with M-SOC. We posted
do have
the.
a couple of more questions on chat, Kiran.
Sure. FAQ on CSCRF by SEBI is released or yet to be released. Ramesh sir, you want to comment on this? I think last we know they were about to release it.
Yeah, I think based on our previous discussion, they are about to release it. Again, exact response we don't have. We have to wait from SEBI.
Are logs collected in real time? Yes, logs are collected in near real time. Can you give us suggestions if we are not aligned for M-SOC setup during onboarding? Yes, that is part of the onboarding process. So if you want us to monitor only the XDR, I think somebody RG, Rishi Gangwal is asking the question, all nodes connected to server having antivirus through XDR or EDR will be taken as one endpoint or total number of endpoints. While this may sound confusing to many, Rishi, if you want us to monitor the XDR logs or EDR logs, then that will be considered one endpoint. If you're taking it from the server, it's only one endpoint we are counting. Rajesh Mayankar, did he get to ask his question?
Rajesh has already asked his question. So
Okay.
no more raised hands left except Deepak, who we have not got yet.
All right. I encourage everyone to go through the FAQ list. It will also be circulated for all the participants. There are over 65 plus questions that we have answered as part of our ongoing webinar series. All those, we made our best efforts to answer those. Please review those. And if you have any further questions, please email us at msoc@blusapphire.com or msoc@bsctech.in.
So there is a question on chat, Kiran, on what are places in India BluSapphire team is working at, and India and around the world.
So we have our teams in Hyderabad, in Mumbai, Delhi, and in Dallas, Texas, USA. Is there a charge for retrieving data from Mumbai data center? For example, if logs are required for audit purposes covering 2 to 3 weeks, you can look for whatever data you need as part of the interfaces that have been given to you from the tool. There are no additional charges for it. If you want to download, there's a limit of 10,000 logs at a time. If you want to download more than that, it is a pass-through cost. So whatever the data center charges us, it will be around the same thing. It will be very, very minimal. What will happen to the logs in case there is a change in vendor? Whenever you feel like changing the vendor, the logs can be transferred to you. You will have direct access. There is an API key. You will have direct access to the logs. What format and will they be interoperable? Yes, they are interoperable. They are actually in an open format called Iceberg. That way, any other tool in the world can read it as long as they have permissions to read the log.
If there are any more questions, please, I would suggest raise your hand so I can allow you to ask your questions, please.
Cost will be discussed on a one-on-one basis. So it is the same cost for everyone, but we just don't disclose it on a webinar. So please reach out to support M-SOC at bsctech.in or M-SOC at BluSapphire.com. Ramesh sir, there is a question. All nodes, desktops, and laptops for pan-India basis are to be counted for M-SOC? And follow-up for that is device-based licensing apply only to India or is it applicable globally? Device-based pricing is standard.
First means all nodes which are pertaining to which are interfacing with trading systems and critical systems, they should be covered if they are spanning across India, right? So they should define what is the asset inventory which is interfacing with trading systems. And then based on the asset inventory, what they give, even though it is spanned across, should be integrated, right? It all depends upon asset list, asset criticality. You need to answer, Kiran, what is that device-based licensing apply only to India or
So it is the same.
globally?
It is a device-based licensing, whether it is India or globally.
So next also you should answer, no? So Mahesh is asking something.
Okay, let me check, sir. Can we have a POC of M-SOC? Depending on the size, but usually it is a straightforward onboarding that we do. More than 50 REs have onboarded, and we've been picked by BSE. We are run by BSE. We are helping BSE run this entire M-SOC. So BSE, we are governed by BSE also. So you know the exchange is behind this.
No, maybe the answer to the
Operationally,
Kiran, I think what he's asking, can we have a POC of M-SOC, right? So POC,
yeah.
what it may be you start onboarding, maybe POC, what they mean, maybe once they onboard on a contract basis once with you, few systems we may start with a day or two or a week for testing their internal purpose. Even though you are calling straight onboarding, maybe if somebody is having 50 or 100 systems, they may go for straight away, not including all 100 at once. Few systems like 5, 10 you can integrate first, then do some POC or testing kind of a thing, and then onboard the rest.
Yes. And obviously we can't do it for a long period.
Yeah, exactly. That
yes,
is the expectation, I believe, from Mahesh.
That is the case, yes. Absolutely. For M-SOC, it is per device-based licensing only. That's for weakness. For BSE M-SOC, we are offering per device-based licensing only. Great questions. Whatever are not already part of FAQ, we will, as per suggestions from Ramesh sir, we will go ahead and add those into the FAQs. Feel free to review those FAQs periodically. Gentlemen, let's stick to the M-SOC questions only. But
That's an
Hari, please feel
interesting-
free to please feel free to email HR@BluSapphire.com. But let's try to keep the context of this to the M-SOC only. Thank you. All right, everyone. If there are no more questions, you can always send us questions at msoc@bsctech.in or msoc@bluesapphire.com. And we also have our phone numbers posted in the chat. You can call them for support. You can also refer to the FAQs that we have posted in the chat. Will be circulated in an email post this. And the presentation that was done here will also be shared. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. I think it's been a good clarification from Kiran and team. And further, you guys have any questions you want to know more, feel free to reach out to the team and have one-on-one discussions if required and get more clarity. And I'm 100% sure team will be more than happy to clarify all your queries. Thank you very much. Whoever is applicable, Aris, I would urge all of you to get yourself onboarded ASAP because the SEBI timelines are already, we are running on it, right? So I believe you all know the compliance timelines and see that you are complying with the regulatory requirements on time. Thank you all. Thank you all and happy
Thanks,
Holi.
everyone.
Thank you.
Happy Holi, everyone. Thank you.